Okay, now I can section off the videos from last week's review to this week's review, so it's not like I'm not going crazy while editing. All right, so now we have clear liquidity above these highs right here, but we're gonna go for the low-hanging fruit. So we'd be aiming for this only if we take out this order block and this high and we start holding above this order block and fair value gap. And if we can do that, we can come and take out these highs and these highs and come back up and finish our objective from when we were talking about hitting this. So that's what we'd be aiming for if we can get above this gap. Now, of course, if we cannot, we want to see. Because for it to come down below this low, which I think is unlikely. I'm leaning more towards for us to go up, but I do have to see some confirmation. I am going to have to see us at least get above there. Now last week it was easy confirmation. It was like a no-brainer. So we also have this down here. And this is where patience comes in trading. What were you about to say?
So at this point right now, it can go below the lows, get choppy, either just go up, either three things.
Yeah, that's why I said you definitely want to wait. So we want to see when we open tomorrow on Sunday. Do we come up here, displace up, or really? I mean, we have this gap here. So we want to see a few things. Because there's also the beautiful thing about trading is sometimes you don't even have to immediately know a direction. You can just sit and watch price. So we can come down. So we're going to want to watch this. When we come down here, how do we react to it? Do we just start aggressively trading through it? We also have an order block here, which should also hold price up. But how do we react? Do we aggressively trade through it and then reject? And then if that's the case, then we wait. How does price react down here? And if we reject here, don't hold this, then we can know, okay, we can be taking out this low, and then ultimately we'd be aiming for this low down here. Let's look at it from a 3-month candles. Because we have, honestly, we have been really pretty much going straight up since April. So that could be the case if that plays out. Now, if we come down, because we have order block here, fair value gaps here, we want to wait, see how do we react in there. Then we can trade up, and then we can test that order block right here. And eventually trade up there. So that's where we're gonna want to see. We're gonna want to see that. But if I had to guess, because we took out this low, displaced higher, traded through this order block with aggression, and didn't really reject lower too much and kind of just held our ground on this order block, I do think that we actually come up here to these order blocks and those lows, and we want to see a reaction up there. but we always want to go in with a plan. Want to wait. But yeah, that's what it's looking like for me.
So if you was to estimate, just to say before you even see where the market open tomorrow, because there's really no telling. But what would you really think? You really think, like, if you could guess, like, just to take a hypothesis, would you go bearish or bullish?
Based on what I'm seeing now,
Mm-hmm. On a higher
um,
time frame.
based on what I'm seeing now, I would. Let's see. You know, it's because we took out this low, this placed higher, traded up above this the gap. The only thing is that we are in this gap, so it is just so kind of iffy because we rejected kind of hard off of that. But let's see here. Yeah, I mean, my gut feeling is that we did go up because on this 1 hour traded up above these order blocks, and at the very least, I think we do come up here. So what I'd be looking for is, you know, this hourly gap. I'd be looking to enter off that hourly gap. Oh, we actually really already dropped into it with that. Yeah. What I'd want to see is, honestly, is really just so iffy, just the way price looks. Really, now I could definitely guess here all day, and I could say, oh, I think it's gonna go up. But no matter what, I'm not trading until I see confirmation, until I see how we
Mm-hmm.
react to these levels. So we'll just mark out some important levels to go off of, and the trade will be framed off of those. So on the daily, let's see where we're at here. On the daily, it is looking bullish. Yeah. I got the McDonald's colors. But yeah, on the daily, yeah, we're looking bullish. I would say so. And that's because look at this area of liquidity here. We traded through it. And if that was the objective, we would have came down, traded lower, way down here. But then we came up again and then disrespected another order block. And then came down just below that low, closed above it. And now we're still holding above there and above these highs. So I think the objective is higher. I think, I'll be aiming for these because that was the start of New York session on Thursday, and the people who got in short right there, I don't think that they're going to be able to just hold on to that trade. The price will come through and stop them out. And these old lows up here as well. Yeah, I'm
So
bullish.
basically, so basically, you go from weekly to daily to hourly, no, 4 hours, 1 hour, then 15 or 10,
Yeah,
then 5 minute, 1 minute.
absolutely. And you enter on that 1 minute. You enter on your 5 minute, 1 minute, like, so you wanna, like, the weekly and the daily, you find like your overall direction and your very important levels, and then you drop down into like the hourly and 4 hour to get like a better look at it. And then on that 15-minute and hourly is really where like you're like, all right, what's it really doing?
Okay, so daily you basically see where it's going for. Well, weekly you see where it's been going for the past couple of days. For the daily you see where it's been going for like the next for like the last past 4 hours. Within the 4 hours, like you go from 4 hours to like 15 minutes to see where okay, this is what my fair value gaps has been for the day. Well, for me to get ready to enter. All right, I'm going right here between like my 15 minute, and then from the 15 minute, like you said, you go to 5 or 1 minute to be like, okay, this is where I'm gonna find my entry level as far from my fair value gaps for the past 4 hours.
Yeah, and you can really fine tune it. You can really fine tune that.
Okay, okay.
But yeah, that's what it's looking like for me. Do you have any questions?
That was about it right there.
Man, is it Monday yet? I'm ready for the market to open. Well, we could now. I don't trade now. Back to what I was saying earlier. So let's look at some. Now I don't really invest long term, but let's look at some long term investments for stocks. Because there's just so many of these prices are just so good. Like Beyond Meat was like $240. Now, my expertise is not long-term investing, so take what I say about this with a grain of salt. But my expertise is day trading futures. But no, because I don't really go deep into like the company's finances, their debt to profit ratio, like all there's so much stuff that goes into it. But when I see things that are like, I'm like, all right, this looks like a good price for what it can offer. Like, for example, Rivian and Beyond Meat. Now, I personally don't eat Beyond Meat, even though it's a vegan meat. It's disgusting. It tastes too much like real meat, but some people like that. And I do think, for the prices that it's at, it could be big in the future. And then, of course, the
Yeah,
investments.
meat tastes crazy.
Yeah, I haven't. I've only had it a few times, but I mean, and then you can't go wrong with stuff like investing in like Tesla or something. Like I mean, that's a staple. Or like, it'd be like Amazon. Very very safe investments. I mean, they're not going anywhere anytime soon. Or Netflix. Every house is always gonna have Netflix in their life.
Definitely. Unless they keep going up to like a
1300
crazy,
thirteen
crazy,
hundred
crazy.
dollars a share is crazy. But now
That
look,
is wild.
I remember right here. They're up to like $700, and then they announced that their subscriptions were going up, and they weren't gonna let people share their accounts, and they dipped down all the way to like $100.
Gosh. Then people they figured they couldn't live without it, man.
You see, but the thing is that I feel like all of it is kind of fake in the way that the news affects these stocks, because really, hold on, let me find the daily.
You know
So
what I would love to buy stock in, bro?
what's that?
Like Charmin toilet paper, bro. People gonna always need toilet paper. I don't care what you believe in.
No, look, there is actually a company called I forget the name of it, but look, it was a company. I forget the name of the company, but it was like a penny stock, and they made toilet paper. And in 2020, I invested in them because like there was a toilet paper shortage, and I ended up making like 4 or 5K off of it.
I'm telling you, bro.
But look,
That and it depends on certain bottles of water.
the fact that yes, they announced in 2021 that they weren't gonna let people share their accounts anymore. and this is what we took out here. But really, where are we at again? But we really just came down and took out the lows. Like, took out all the long-term investors. Like the start of when price really started picking up. Like that real, like after that huge impulse, that first dip where a lot of people try to get in, we just coincidentally came down to that point before sending it back to all-time highs. I don't know. I don't know about that. I mean, same thing with everything. Let me clear this chart out. Like even Bitcoin. Everything is always going to make highs, create equal lows. And manipulate people out of their money and then send higher. But I'm not gonna lie, bro. Bitcoin at $126,000 is crazy because when I first started trading, it was in 2020 and it was like 8K. So many memories. You know, this is when like, and then we came up here, and then they made like fake news saying China's gonna ban Bitcoin. They sent it lower so that everyone, and that was definitely a manipulation tactic. And then they came up with like the Russian war or something. I don't know. I don't even believe half that stuff. I feel like a lot of the stuff that that they talk about is kind of like, I think it really happens, but I feel like, you know, I don't know. I don't know if I should say much more. I don't want to be taken out. No, I'm just playing.
I was about to say something. I swear I was about to say something, but I stopped. I was like, you know what, I ain't about to say this.
Yeah.
But I really do feel like, man, like the higher ups, they do really throw that fake news out there, bro. Just like to get like, you know, just get short term people out of there. You know, just go and get them out of there. Get their little profits. You know, get their liquidity. Understand that long term.
Not wrong about that. But man, I used to trade so many different stocks, and that's what messed me up in the beginning, is trying to trade all these different stocks, all these different strategies, when all you really need to do is find one thing, like SPY or QQQ, where you know they're futures, in Q, just trade in Q, learn how it moves, trade one strategy, journal, and the possibilities are endless. The most important thing is just managing your risk. If you can manage that, stick to the same strategy, and sticking to that same strategy, you have something to go off of, like, so you can tweak your strategy just a little bit, and you have data to go off of. Because if you're always jumping to a new strategy, you can't build data on yourself and journal correctly. If you can just manage your risk and journal and stay in the game, you can do anything.
Definitely, bro.
But what other questions do you have?
Let me see what's something that's very important. Matter of fact, give me 1 second. Give me 1 second. I'm looking for something right quick.
It's gonna be sick when Hey, let me look at that other message you sent. It's gonna be sick when like it's like 15 or 20 or even like 50 people in the audience, and like people can ask questions, can answer them, do questions and answers, do giveaways, get like a giveaway bot, give away
Be
funded
crazy.
accounts.
You can be there soon, bro. Until I really be spreading the word, bro. My thing is how to grab equally, right? Okay, so how do you grab the attention of people equally of all ages? Like I said, I've told young people about you, bro. It's easy to where they hop on Discord, cause Discord can be pretty like advanced, cause like there's a lot of tabs and different things you can click on. A lot of older people that want to get into it, don't really know much about stocks. They have the money to like to go ahead and invest, cause they want to set up, for their their children, their grandchildren and stuff like that. What is one of the easiest ways that did that? To where I can point them towards you, to where you can lead them through, know, where that isn't as much, technology wise, to where well you. So I guess at that point you just start holding seminars after you build Discord up, bro. You can rent different places out. So I'm gonna tell you what I feel like you should do is rent places out. We can spread the word how to these events to where people like where you can speak live, bro.
That'd be lit. Wouldn't be a bad idea. It's definitely in the cards. I also want to start. I might start doing like a live stream here and there on YouTube as well, because I feel like if I'm already streaming on Discord, the only people that are going to be able to watch the people that already joined the Discord and inside. But on YouTube, like it's like kind of like I don't know how to explain it. It's kind of like an open world game. YouTube, it's like anyone can just see that I'm streaming. Just from tagging, putting hashtags.
Hmm.
So I'll probably hop on the YouTube game as well.
For real, might as well, bro. That's why you're getting every revenue. You have to build a link tree. Build a link tree for your YouTube.
I actually just
For
made one today.
that bad. See you ahead of the game for YouTube, Discord, or especially TikTok.
Yeah, I just
Especially TikTok.
made a TikTok today.
Oh yeah, send me that, bro.
I bet.
So I can start reposting.
Yeah, just made a TikTok,
Um,
made a link tree. Um, but I'm
like I said, whenever
I'm
you're
about to
ready,
hop
bro.
on MySpace and LimeWire. Now I'm playing. But now you saying what, bro?
Okay. So, I say, especially with me having a camera. Like I said, whenever you're out behind the camera, bro, in front of the camera, we can definitely do that. So as far as how would you rather go about it? How would you rather go about it as far as we're going out there and spreading the word? With would you rather not be seen as much? Like no face, how like Michael J. Hudson be like was really not too many interviews. Would you rather be like you wouldn't really mind for real?
Well, I don't really mind. Preferably, like if my face is shown, I don't really care. Preferably, I would like to just the focus just be on the charts, and then I'm just talking. I would like to be known, but not be known. Have like my teaching and my trading completely separate from my personal life.
Yeah, because a lot of people like I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. Is at the point where it's going right now, just from as of right now, you are with me. Well, how how what's the word? What's the word for it? How I speak of you, bro, is basically at this point is very much mythical. You're a mythical person,
What you mean?
like a unicorn, bro.
Yo.
They're like, man, I mean, it's possible, like a mermaid, like it's possible, but it's impossible. But it's like because I showed them receipts, she'd be like, oh man, it's like a dinosaur. So it's fossils, but like we just ain't seen who this person is yet, bro. Like And I be telling him, I'm like, bro, he's a Christian based, bro. Like, he's a very firm believer in God, man. He's very, he lived Christ like. So, like, they be like, are you sure? Is he scamming? I'm like, no, he's not scamming, man. Like, no, man, this is a real life person, bro. Like, he's like, well, show him to me. I'm like, what the hell am I supposed to do? What do you mean, show him to you, bro? What is that gonna do if I show him?
Nah,
Is
it's
he gonna be like,
crazy.
oh, yeah?
Nah,
Crazy, man. So,
I will, bruh, I'll meet these people. Like, who are these people, bruh, that don't think I exist?
bro, people I know, bro, people I just meet. And I said, most of the time, I like, it's either like I said, if I go somewhere, like, I was at Starbucks, I talk to somebody, and the dude, he said he followed you, the two Lyft drivers,
Bro,
two
those
other
people
Lyft
who
drivers.
followed me, they never even reached out. They just followed me and just did nothing about it.
I think they probably waiting on me. I'm gonna give both of them a call tomorrow. On Instagram, either send them shoot one message. Shoot both of them one message tomorrow.
Yeah, I was actually on Twitter today. I was just going under the trending post, posting my Discord link, um, and and yeah, going under stock stuff, money post, posting it on there with hashtags, posting hashtags on my YouTube videos. Made a TikTok, put hashtags on there, and yeah, I'm trying to get it out there.
Bro, because people like you, bro, definitely gotta hop on TikTok, bro. Because on TikTok, there's a whole bunch of nonsense up there. Like you said, I don't really be taking no advice from nobody up there, man. Cause they be saying a whole bunch of crazy stuff just for views. Like one girl was like, I don't never post no stop. I don't never put no stop loss. Why would I put a stop
Yo,
loss? I'm like, bro, like,
what? Not putting a stop is crazy.
yeah, bro. Like the price gotta go up regardless. I'm like, come on, bro.
Oh no, price price does not have to go up.
That's kind of like saying, like, say for instance, it's like somebody saying, like, yeah, I'm a Navy SEAL, man. Well, I was in the Navy, I could swim, but I'm gonna jump out this plane into the ocean, ain't wearing a life vest. Like, okay, it's fine that you can swim, but like, that don't mean you can't drown. Like, what is currents, brother? You know what I'm saying? It's like, there's waves, man. There's a lot of different possibilities where you can drown, but that don't mean, it's inevitable.
You're right about that. Oh yeah, yo, I just remembered. Let me focus on, or let me talk about this trade right here with all these equal lows, because this was that might have been actually the craziest trade of the week, or actually it was. Well, one of them. So he created all these lows right here, came up, and actually this actually did get posted in my Discord. Did get posted in the Discord. 5K.
Crazy work, B. You see how many contracts though?
50 contract is crazy. That's crazy. All right, but look. So where are we at? I'm about to make another channel inside the Discord for like trade ideas for these screenshots. But now look, I said here. Okay, so I said this was before we took out the lows. I said take your attention to these lows. Take your attention to these lows. And then I posted up a fib level marking out the area. And then the next day, the area, we couldn't get above it, dragged it off the order block, sent lower. That was a crazy trade.
Yeah, that was wild.
Now this was that trade because like we have a huge fair value gap right here. We have a huge fair value gap right there. Price has traded up, taken out all of the buy side liquidity, displaced lower, left all these lows intact, equal lows. Now that fair value gap is like 150 points. 150 points is a lot for a gap. So what you do there is you take your fib level and you go from the high to the low and you just drag it over. And then once you do that, then that's when you go to the lower time frame. What is this? 13th, November 13th at 1. Let's go to 1 minute. And this is what you would do here. So now we can fine tune that entry because we're in that thing, we're in that fib level, we're coming up. What you want to see is a very important swing low. Now when you have a swing low like this, where you have like 3 together, swing low, swing low, swing low, these are very important because they're just so obvious. Like when it's like 3 swing lows, but it's the swing low in the middle is, so you know what makes up a swing low. It's if the candle on the left and right are higher. But when you have 3 of them together, is just something crazy. Like they are just so important. So when we
So
see
what
that,
does that identify? Like where price is going, or
so you know your average swing highs and swing lows, but when you have them like that, it's just like they mark out market structure so importantly. And when you see price take that out, it's very important. Like these are very important levels. Like swing highs by themselves, like even these by themselves, when you have 3 of them together, they're even more important. It's just like a really important key level. Same thing with like a higher time frame order block or something, or a fair value gap. And you know, of course, it's much more important on a 4-hour or daily. But when you have a 1 minute chart, or really any chart, now this is on the daily, it's very important. And you know, in like your smaller time frame, you know how, like I'll explain it like this. You know, like your smaller time frame order blocks and fair value gaps, like the 1 minute, are like for your entries, and they're not really that important in like determining direction. I would say when you have this 3 swing lows together, forming a swing low in itself. It's 3 swing lows forming a swing low. Do you see that?
yeah.
So this is what we're looking at here. We have equal highs here. We already want to see price go down. So price comes up, sweeps those equal highs. Oh wait, actually, you know, now that I think about it, this is the exact trade that we got into, and I reviewed this trade earlier this week. Because we got in long, we rode it up to here, took our profits, and we got out. And then we saw price come back up here, failed to get above that high, trade lower, we created the order block. This, we actually got in this trade right on the order block, and our stop loss was so tiny. Like our stop loss was like of like 10 points or something.
Mm.
So that, and you know, now that I'm thinking back to it, like that was a crazy trade. But so you could have got in there where I got in, or even lower risk, which even would have been a still good entry, as you could have, after we came down and broke that low, you could have got in right here after we broke down below that. So we'll just go based off that. That could have been your entry. A break lower, so we're in the higher time, like again on the 4 hour. Go to the 15-minute. So we took out buy side liquidity, traded lower, came back up, huge displacement down, left all these lows that have not been taken. These lows over here, we got a clear direction where we want to see price go, lots of liquidity. Come up to the fair value gap. The fair value gap was too big, so we made the fib level to narrow down our entry. Then we went down to that 1 minute. Which one did I say that was? Is that November 13th? Hold on. November 13th. By 1. So then yes, so then after we see that, then the displacement down, we could have entered here, or you could even had, you know, our entry was up here. You have an inverse fair value gap right after you see this trade below this low. Could have got in here, or we could have got in there. So we had multiple entries. This was our entry. And we were aiming for the lows. Aiming for these lows down here. So when you really look at this trade and where it ran to, just even just our targets is crazy. Oh, I'm about to show you something else. I'm about to show you something crazy that I haven't shown you before. But it's a pretty crazy trade. Now this is how to tell how far below a low price can run. Because you notice, like, sometimes like we go to take out lows and sometimes we run lower. Or how far a price will run, how far a price leg will run above a high. This is what you can do. You want to put this in your notes.
Oh yeah, look, I'm ready, man. Thumbs ready.
All right,
bro.
look. All right. So see this price, and this is where you measure price leg. So see this price leg from this low to this high. That is 24, rounded up to 24.7, up to 25.7, about 1,000 points. Okay, it's about 1,000 points right there. It's crazy. Now, what you can do is you can take half of that, which would be called half of a standard deviation of the price leg, and double that move would be one. So double the move is one standard deviation, and half the move is half of a standard deviation. So what you can do is the low right here. How far down below that low can we go? We can go half a standard deviation, one full standard deviation, or even 2 standard deviations. So we can measure 500, because this is 1,000 points, we can measure 500 points below this low. That'd be 25,000. Let's see where 25,000 is. Oh, look at that. 25,000. Is that not crazy?
is insane. So would you do that to see how much price drop?
Yeah, so when you're looking for like price to reverse or looking to get out, once it trades below a low to see how far can we go, you can use the deviations. So look, price right here, right below those lows, is 25,490, which will round that up to 25,500. This is a 1,000 point move. Half of that is 500. 25,500 to 25 to 24,999. Exactly 500 points is where we stop, and then eventually we send lower, and then one standard deviation would be 1,000 points from this, so that'd put us at 24,500, and let's see where we go down to 24,600. So 900 points. So one half a standard deviation and then a full standard deviation, because we'll like 900 points, we'll just round that off to 1,000 because it's actually really where are we at? Yeah, about 900 points, so we'll round it off to 1,000. So yes, bruh, half standard deviation and then a full standard deviation right there. Is that not wild, bruh?
It's crazy. But what's the time frame for that?
Like, what do you mean?
What, it was just a 1 hour?
Yeah, that was just on the 1 hour. But look, you can
Dang.
you
So
can use that on you can use that on anything, and it's like even this, like, I mean, really on any price leg. This price leg, we got 25, 25.88, rounded up to like 25.90 to 25.250. So we'll just round it up to even 100, 2500. So that's 150 points from 100 up to 250, 25 points. And then, so we said about 100 points. And then from this, 25,234. Really, we just drag this box right here. Basically the same exact length.
Gosh, so you catch the reversal on both ends, or you catch it, then you catch the bears and the bullish.
Yeah, so say you traded up, you saw this, you were bearish, you saw price took out a low, you were aiming for maybe this fair value gap right here or something, or maybe even this low right here. Let's do this. See, we're aiming for that low. This is where you can link stuff together. So you have your fair value gap right here. Price trades down below this low, comes back up. We're aiming for that because after this, when this price leg went up, that's that first retracement, that's that first entry. Lots of people are going to enter there, so that's where their stops are going to be. So we can aim for that. So we already have a confirmation that it wants to go there. We come up to the order block, so we have one confirmation, and then we can pair that with this price leg. Like, how far are these price legs moving? They're moving about 150 points during this time. So 150 points down from here, is exactly that low. So double confirmation. So it's just about getting more confirmations for your trades and making you more confident. Like, okay, I already think it's going to go here. Oh, and that confirms it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
That's
then,
crazy, bro.
and I'll give another example of that. So let's see here. So you can do one standard deviation, you can do half a deviation. So this got 850 or 858 up to 180. Let's just say 200. We're rounding that one up, so we should be rounding this one down. And we'll just say 860, 850, 2490. So we got 150 plus about 150, so 300 points. So 1/2 deviation above that high. Let's see where we're at. So this 300 points, 1/2 should be 150. And from our high right here, we're at 174 up to 269. So about 130 points, something like that. Don't quote me on my math. So about a half standard deviation. Let's see. Didn't quite get a half standard deviation to that one. And then I'm sure if we drag this over, we'll see some type of order block or something that it was reaching for. Oh, there we are. Perfectly to the bottom of
That's
that order
crazy.
block.
That is crazy.
So yeah, so you can do that. You're like, all right, that's where we should be reaching for. And then you always want to go for the low-hanging fruits. You're like, this is what we're ultimately reaching for. Do we have anything that could get in our way before that point? You see, we have an order block right here and an order block right here. This last up close candle before the move down, and then we have one on this side too. And then dip right into that. And that's where we're at. That's where we closed at for the week.
That's crazy, bro. That's mind blowing, bro.
Is it?
It's a little advanced, but yeah, it's a little advanced, but it's mind blowing. I
And
have to practice that a few times.
what the standard deviations?
For sure.
Yeah, it really just helps you with your on where price could go. And then here we are on that 30-minute. And then you see not only did we have that order block and that around that half standard deviation, but we also had a fair value gap right in here. Let me take off this other one. Fair value gap right in there. Dip right into it. And then we come up to the order block. That blue candle, the last up close candle before we move down. Reject lower, take out the low. How do we react to the low? Trade right back up. So now, our next smaller time frame target is this tiny little gap right in here. Let me remake this. Doesn't want to let me drag it down. That tiny little gap in there. Which we started heading towards before the market closed. Yeah, I personally think that we go up. And then where did price come down to? We left that gap untouched. We just came down, took out that low. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, the blue with the white and then the orange goes kind of crazy.
Yeah, that's some wild colors there. That pink too, though.
You said the pink?
Yeah, the blue, orange, white, and pink together is crazy.
You talking about this? Or are you talking about the different pink?
Yeah, the other pink.
The one I was using? Like that one?
Yeah, yeah.
Oh no, you're not lying. That color kind of makes the white look pink. The white candles look pink. I'm not lying.
Yeah, pink candles would be hard too, though.
It's facts, bro. I played with my candle colors for a long time, and the blue and white are definitely the way for me.
I feel like right now, for just as into like, I think it's the green and red is like, it's right there with me just starting out. It's
You like the green
just
and
a
red?
single- I mean, it's basic and it's old fashioned to give Christmas, but at the same time, I be thinking about stop and go.
I hear you. Now this might be my favorite color scheme. The the black with the yellow box. Oh man, the black with the orange boxes. Yeah, that's where I think the market's heading. But we'll see. We'll definitely see. How long has this stream been going on? About 3 hours.
So I think I'm about to fold in a few. I think I'm gonna go to work. I'm gonna put a 12, like 10 to 10.
A 12? Yo, the percentage for the sales on the board today was like 5%.
For real?
Yes. I went in, left, came back, got one sale and then left again, and I was like, no, I'm not going back, and I just went home.
Because we close at 10 tomorrow, right? It's at 8.
No, yeah, no, it closes at 8 p.m. on Sunday. But what time are you working till?
I probably do. I signed up for 3 to 8, but I think I might
Oh.
bump it down. I think I'm gonna do 10 to 8.
Okay, bet. So you're not gonna be there for market open? I'm gonna be in front of my computer. Oh well, no, you have your laptop at the desk, I guess.
Yeah.
But you're probably not gonna be on Discord.
Yeah, I'm gonna try to hop up as much as possible. But what I'm gonna do is, if I can, I might just do like 10 to 6. But even if I try to leave at 8, they might trip.
Oh no, they're gonna rate you up for sure. Bruh, that's why I say
Take advantage.
never sign up, never sign paperwork. If you're gonna come into work on Sunday, just go in. Don't ever sign up. You actually sign papers?
Yep, I was trying to leave early Friday.
Oh no, that's how
So I
they
thought
get
she did
you.
it before though. Yeah, she did it before to where She's like, all right, well, if you leave early, I'll just mark you down till I sent you home. And then that way, you know, you just come over the weekend. I'm like, all right, bet. Since she was tripping recently, I'm like, all right, it's cool.
Let's see. You got any other questions about this chart?
No, that's about it for today, bro. I mean, I got a nice, healthy amount of notes, man. I know you can never get too many, but man, I got a lot. I'm gonna think about a lot more between then. I'm jot down some questions for the next stream. So
So
I try to at
what's
least make sure I'm asking about that.
so what's the most important thing that you feel like you've learned? Like
Man, I
not
feel
even
like
just not even just tonight, just in general.
in general, I would say structure, bro. Just a market structure itself. Market structure, know when to get in, when to get out. Um, like you're telling me about the deviation, because a lot of times I really don't. I ain't gonna say I don't pay attention to the points, but I haven't really got that down to a science as far as multitasking, like focusing on the points and then focusing on like the fair value gaps, then the order blocks on top of market structure, and then my main like, I ain't gonna lie to you, I be focused on I be looking at that the um what's the word for it? Hold on. It's right on the tip of my tongue. Which I bit earlier eating some chicken. Um,
You said the most you've learned is about market
it's my
structure.
profits though. Yeah, no, I be focused on my profits. That's what I be watching. Like once I enter, but
Oh
just
no,
as
don't
far
worry
as
about the profits. Forget about that. Worry about the chart.
exactly. But I really need to learn how to do to where you tell me like the gain and the loss, like the actual like finding the percentage of that once I before I even enter.
Oh, like knowing how much, like the exact dollar amount that you plan on that you're gonna lose from your stop loss and profit.
Yep.
So that's actually not hard at all. I'll show you. So you see price right here, 20,
Mhm.
25, 147,
Yep.
and then you see the little the number to the side of it after the decimal, the point 50.
Yep.
So price on NQ moves by the tick. So this point 50, it goes up by point 25 four times to make a whole number. So it'll go point 50, point 75, and then it'll go 148.00. And then it'll go 148.00 to 148.25, 148.50, 148.75, and then 149.00. So each 20
Like
each
orders.
yeah, so each point 25 is referred to as one tick. And every tick is worth 50 cents. And then every point is worth $2. So if with price goes from 25 147.50 to 25 148, that's $2. So say for example, I'll go over a very quick trade. Let me clear all this stuff out.
Yeah, see, this right here is a good knowledge. But what I was thinking, what I was referring to was like how you got like the box, like the red box and the green one, to where like you got like your like what you're risking versus like your actual reward. That's what I need to learn also.
Like what do you mean? Like the
You know,
like this right here?
yeah. Also, it's called long position.
Yeah, so that's called long position. Well, that would be a long position, and then this would be a short position. Yes. But no, like, no, are you talking about losing the exact dollar amount, or like saying like what percentage your risk is to your reward?
Yeah. Your percentage of your risk and personal reward.
Okay, so it works like this. So, anything. So it goes like this. So, it say you have a 50-point reward and a 25-point stop loss. That's a 2-to-1 risk reward because your reward is twice as many points as your loss. Now, say that you had a 50-point reward and a 50-point risk, 50-point stop, 50-point reward, then that's a 1-to-1 risk reward because your risk is the exact same as your reward.
Hmm.
Now, the same thing. Now, say you had um, 100-point reward. Your profit target was 100, so your reward is 100 points, and your stop loss is 25 points, so you're risking 25 points. That is a 1-to-4 because your reward is 4 times your risk.
Mm.
So, like right here, say say we're like this. We're aiming for this low because we know after this move up, came down here, and we ran up here. Lots of people got in on this dip, on that fair value gap entry in there. So then after we come up here, take out highs, take out highs, take out highs, take out highs here, displace lower, and then we trade back up. There's no real fair value gap entry, but we do have an order block entry. And with order blocks, remember it's always the last up close candle before move down. But because you have two candles in rapid succession right next to each other, really you could use all those candles as the order block because this is the last up close candle, but they're all up close candles leading up to that down move. So you could use all those as the order block. And we come into that order block right here, and then you would be targeting this. So then your risk and reward would look like this. Your stop would be above so your stop would be a little bit like one tick above that high, and your take profit would be right there at that low. So that's a 4.41 risk to reward.
Mm.
Okay, so and then right here you see 103. This is our entry right here. Well, really, hold on. Let me fix this. Because our entry is right here. As soon as we hit into that order block. So this is 214. Yeah, this 25 216 down to 25 125. So it's a 2.44 risk to reward. We're making this would be 90 points, and our risk, our stop is 37 points. So you're risking 37 points to make 90 points. That would make it 2-to-4 because your reward is almost 2.5 times what your risk is. And then in dollar amounts,
Mm.
if you bought one single contract, your points are, it's $2 per point. So you would times 37 times 2, which would be, if you both round those up to 40, it'd be 80, and then you'd subtract the 6. So you'd be looking at 74. So you would be risking $74, and your reward is 90 points. And 9 times 9 is 18. You carry the 0, so that's 180. So your reward is $180, and you're risking $74 to make 180. Now, the same thing can be said now if you buy 2 contracts, instead of timesing it by 2, because you're making $2 every point, now you would times it by 4, because now with 2 contracts you're making $4 every point. So now your risk, so it's still 37 points, but now you would times that by 4. And just quick math, you could round those all up to 40. So 40, 40 is 80, and 40, 40, 80. You put those together, 160, and then the 3, 6, 9, 12 that you use to round up, you would subtract that from that 160. So you bring it down to 150, and then you take the 2, so it'd be 148. So you'd be risking $148, and then your reward, you would times that by 4 as well, those 90 points. So you can just round that up to 100, so 400, and then minus that 40 that you used to round it up, 360. So you'd be risking 100, and what do we say? How much?
He's at 148.
Yes, I think I said 148. So yeah, you'd be risking $148 to make $360. Now, and that's a 2.5 risk to reward. Now, say, and remember, like I said, one trade isn't that important. It's your next 100 trades, your next 1,000 trades. And then if we do the math, say you lose a bunch of trades. Say you lose half of your trades. All right. Do I have a calculator? Do I have a calculator on my computer? I should, right? There we go. Pull up the calculator real quick on them. They ain't gonna stop the music. Things got serious. Oh, okay.
Yes, sir. We gotta pause this.
All right. So, say you take 100 trades, and say say it's all around like 2, like 2.5 risks. Let's say you're averaging like, I don't know. Hold on. I can't. How do I clear? Okay. So 100 trades, times 360, they're all like 2.5 risks. Say you're buying like 4 contracts. That's $36,000. And then say you lose like, let's be realistic. Say you lose like out of those, because that's if you got every single trade right. But let's say, let's say you only win like 70% of the time. So out of every 10 trades you lose like 3 of them, which is not unrealistic. So let's do 70 times 360. Oh, didn't mean to do that. 70 times 360. All right, 25,000. All right. And and then you lost. Say you lost like 30 of those 70 trades, or you took 100 trades, you won 70, you lost 30. Okay, so that got 20. Just round it up to 25,000, and you're risking 148. So 148 times 30 goes 4,000. So that's not, see, like, that's not bad, bruh. Look. So look. Out of those 100 trades, you've made like 20k, 25k. You've lost 30, which is a decent amount of trades to lose. Because your risk to reward was good, you're still making 20,000. Look, let's say that same risk, you're using the same risk, same contracts, you're getting like a 2.5 risk to reward. And let's say now let's say you take 100 trades and you only win 40 of them. Say you only win 40 of your trades. Okay, you make 14k. But let's say you lose 60 of your trades. Okay. Let's round it up to 9k. You still up 5k and you lost 60 of your trades. You only won 40, but because your risk to reward was good, you still up. You see that?
For sure.
This is why risk to reward is important. Now look, now let's say just for example, you're winning 90% of your trades. All right. Let's say you take 100 trades and you're making let's up it. Let's say you're making $600. All right. All right, you made 54k, so you're making like $600. You won 90 of your trades. But say your risk reward was terrible. All right, and you're losing like let's say you're losing like 3k a trade. Hold on, where's my 10?
Mm.
Now, realistically, let's say, you know, you're over leveraging, you're buying 60 contracts. You could even blow the account. You know, like you're taking huge losses. Now that wasn't a good example, but say you're taking huge losses like $9,000, taking $9,000 losses. Now remember you've won 90 trades. You've only lost 10 trades. You win 90 trades. You're making like $500-600, but you're taking terrible risks. Like your trades are looking like this. You're risking all that. Like you're entering like down here, and you're putting your stop all the way up there. Just let like, oh no, I'm just gonna keep holding. It's going higher. Now I think it's gonna go lower. I'm gonna keep holding. And your stuff is looking like that, and you end up taking, and you've built your account up so much. Your 50k account is at like $105,000, bruh. Like you could be taking payout and everything, and then you start taking these huge losses, like $9,000 losses, and it's only 10 trades.
That's wild.
90,000. Now the account's blown. You got nothing, and you've only lost 10 trades, but you've won 90. But because your risk to reward wasn't good, now you're down bad. That's the importance of risk to reward. You don't even have to get. You don't even have to get half of them right. You can get less than half right. Just take good trades. Or no, yeah, just take good risk to reward. You don't even have to take good trades. Just have a good risk to reward. Now, when you bring it all together, when you know market structure, you understand your fair value gaps, you understand bias, you're having emotional discipline, and you are having good risk to reward. Now you got good risk to reward. You have high accuracy, high probability. You're winning a lot of trades, and when you're barely
Yeah, confirmation.
losing, yeah, you're waiting for confirmation, and you're barely losing. And when you do lose, it's small little cuts. You know, they're small little paper cuts. That's how you trade. So don't worry about your next trade, your next 5 trades. Focus on the long term. Worry about your next 1,000 trades, your next 100 trades. Is your risk to reward right? I feel like I'm really out here teaching tonight, bro.
I swear, man, I got some game. I got some game. That's the point. I'm nodding off. You still there, brother?
Yeah, yeah, I'm still here, still here, bro.
Yeah. I'm about to call it a night, man. I'm gonna get up early too.
Feel you on that. It's about the. I feel you there. I feel you there, brother. I'm about to probably do the same. I'm about to probably hop on the game and chill. About to,
For real.
yeah, I'm cooling tonight and taking a break. But yeah, hopefully you learn a few good things. You know, shout out everybody that pulled up to the stream, bro. It's a good stream, brother. I wonder if let's see here. Hold up. Go into the audience. You still awake, bro? Fat Jen, brother.
Yeah,
Our audience.
yeah, bro, on the cut. Yes, sir. I'm not going in full gang. Go ahead and go to sleep, man.
I
I
feel that,
appreciate the
brother.
good word, dog.
Absolutely, bro. But you got it filled up the notebook, bro.
What? And I'm gonna leave it on. I'm gonna leave it with a good one too, man. I'm gonna leave you with a good one right quick. Give me a second. Yeah, man. Luke chapter 1, verse 37, bro.
Luke chapter 1, verse
Very small,
37.
very simple. Yeah, very small, very simple.
Luke 1:7.
Very powerful.
Let's take a look at that. Let me find a good website to pull this up. The music stopped and everything. It was like it's getting serious. Hold up. Find a better website. There we go. But they were childless because. But they were childless because they were childless because Elizabeth was not able to conceive. They were both very old. Is that the verse?
Luke 130. Oh, no, not at all.
You said 113 or 17? Because I'm like, hold up. What you trying to say, bruh? Hold up.
137, bro.
Oh, 137. I said 17. I'm like, hold up. What type of context is this, bruh? Man, hold up.
You look, like, man, what this got to do with children?
All right, hold up. For no word from God will ever fail. Amen. Hold up, we gotta pull this up. For with God nothing shall be impossible. Amen.
Yes, sir.
Amen to that. Everything is impossible
It's
with
very,
God.
very complex, man. We got this, brother. Very complex. nope, man. I'm about to go and catch some Z's right quick, man. Get ready for work tomorrow, man. For these people be yelling at me all day.
Soon that job will be secondary.
I'm telling you, I want it to be third.
Absolutely, and we always gotta shout out hold up. Always gotta shout out Take Profit Trader. They need to
Yes,
sponsor me.
sir.
This Take Profit Trader needs to
They
sponsor me.
need to.
Go ahead and get your no activation fee 50K accounts. Oh dang, they didn't even want me to pull the website. No activation fee 50K accounts. Best trading firm in industry. Use the code no fee 40. Get you a 50K account for $102. You can't beat that, guys. No activation fee, daily payouts. It's the firm that I use. I actually need to become an affiliate and start dropping my link and get my own code. Use code Minix. Use code Candle Club to get 40% off. I'm not gonna lie. I'm about to have the Candle Club discount code.
Man, I'm
I'm like,
telling you, bro, we're gonna get that real soon, bro. Get that real soon, man.
but all right,
Yes, sir.
brother.
You got it, man.
Good stream, bruh.
All right.
We're gonna stay locked in this
Yes, sir.
week. Follow our rules. Stay patient, disciplined. Wait for the trades to come to us. Be like a sniper in the mist, posted up in the cut like a cut.
Yes, sir. That's the best way to do it, man. Perfect execution.
Absolutely.
Perfect
And
execution,
as
sir.
I'm looking at this right here, and like once you really get comfortable with it, like you just see the trades like they just show themselves to you. Like look, we got equal lows, equal lows, come up into the gap, come up into that fair value gap, and yep, right down to the equal lows. And that's a quick little trade right there. Like you could have, and this is the last trade I'll talk about before I head out. That you could have placed stop loss right above the order block right here, like one tick above. First take profit right here. A little 1.4, and then that next one, that next price target, one standard deviation of that from the low to the high. Look, watch this. We'll go bring that down to the low. Could take your profit right there under that box. And we also lined up with these lows as well. But yeah, brother.
Yes, sir. Gang. I got some good juice for the night, man. I feel like we accomplished something.
Pretty soon, we look for now clocking in, but pretty soon it's gonna be like this.
Yes, sir.
Be like, let me check out some used yachts.
Well, I'll be up there seasick as hell, man.
Oh, all right. They got a deal right now. Oh, 5 million, 5 million for this. Not bad. All right, let's go ahead and grab this. Let's go ahead and grab this for this year. Use it as a tax write-off. Oh, they got this little mini one for 1.3 mil. Go ahead and contact them. Grab that. That's about to be on.
I'm telling you, man, we're gonna get there slowly but surely,
The
man.
2021 50
Making
man
great
cave.
investments. I know that's
670
good, sir.
horsepower. No, that's crazy, bruh.
skateboard brand, man.
You're not lying. Hold up, this thing kind of. Hold up, this thing might be kind of nice inside.
Like a nice little crib for real.
He's chefing in there. Hey, yo, hold up. Yo, that thing is fire. Oh, nah.
That's hard.
Yo, that
I
thing
know
go
that right. Sweet.
crazy. I'm gonna have the stock charts right up in there. I'm gonna be trading while I'm whipping that thing. Yo,
I take profit trade. I take profit up there. Off real.
not lying. Yo, hold up, they got a bed? Yo. Oh, nah, bruh. Let's go crazy. Yo, hold up, they got the bathroom and the shower on the boat? Bro. Oh, yeah. Yo, hold up, they got multiple bedrooms. And they got the a portable
Sweet.
jet ski on the. Oh my goodness, bruh.
That's what you call living there.
It's all possible, bruh. Look. If you can make $30, you can make 30. If you can make $30 a day, you can make 30,000 a day. If you can make 30,000 a day, you can make 30 million a day. All
That's
it
how
is
you
about
live
scaling
it,
up,
man.
being patient.
That's all it is, man. That's all it is, bro. Easily too. Easily with discipline, bro. Discipline, discernment, structure, order, all of that, man. It's the keys to life, man. Align with God, say, man. And everything we're gonna say, all things are possible.
It is.
You have that faith, man. That faith goes a long way.
You're right about that. That's how it's gonna be soon, bro. Just being able to be like waking up like, what do I want to do today? You know, I think I'm gonna buy a yacht. I think I'm gonna go buy a yacht. I'm gonna just cruise around for a little bit. I might sell it next month, but for this month, I think I'm gonna buy me a yacht.
Donate it to charity.
Absolutely.
I don't know about donating it, but I raffle it off.
Yacht giveaway in the Discord.
What? Man, it come with two dolphins.
Nah, that'd be crazy. Yo, forget about the Porsche, bro. Bro, I'm about to be copping yachts, bro. Hold up. Yo, I ain't know they was this nice though.
Yeah, that joint right there, hard, bro.
Yo, this man
So you
don't
never
got
thought
no
about it,
picture.
man.
Oh, hold up. Oh, there we go.
The
Yo,
first
that's
one
like
to
a
do it too.
master bedroom.
After waking up to that, man.
Yo, in the yacht, bro. Look at them sinks though. Hold up.
Gosh. Imagine waking up to that to some freshly sauteed soursop.
I don't even know what that is.
Super fruit, bro.
Man.
You gotta look up that soursop, bro.
Bro, this yacht got more bedrooms than my house. Hold up.
That's
Bro.
an exercise room, bro. What the hell?
Yo, does it?
That's what I seen. An exercise room.
I don't think I got an exercising room. You talking about
Actually, no,
this?
they right. They were just futuristic. Yeah, they were just futuristic. I'm like, what the hell?
No, that is crazy.
Yeah, I was looking at the I looked at the seats, driving seat. That's crazy, man. I'd be terrified to get on that. Between boats and planes, just keep you on the land.
Yeah, Brad, but we gotta start small though. Gotta gotta start small. You know, before the yacht. You know, just something. Actually, matter of fact, yeah, we gotta start small.
And I gotta get a Hellcat Durango, man.
The Hellcat Durango.
Yes, sir. That's SRT Durango. Oh my goodness.
That over the Trackhawk.
Yeah. I wouldn't drive it fast. I just get it for luxury purposes in space.
I actually had one. Not a Hellcat, just a regular, just a rental. Whenever I had crashed my car. Man, look,
That joint was fast too.
this is the move.
Good gosh.
Before before the before the yacht and all that, you know, just get something slight, like I don't know, like a
Yeah, renting them out for proms and stuff like that, and that pay for the yacht.
something like a little M5 competition, a little 120 bands. You know, nothing too crazy. A slight flex, a little like if you know, you know.
You would buy it straight out, or you would lease it.
No, I'm gonna buy it cash. I'm gonna walk right in and buy it cash. And they're gonna be like, sir, who are you financing with? And I'm gonna be like, me. I'm gonna be like, me, bruh.
God, that's clean. I know that, man. As soon as you took one, I could smell it.
Hold up, they got the orange and black. Well, I don't know
Good
about that.
gosh, I'll do that with the black outside though. The black paint.
Nah, bro, sitting in that is crazy.
Gosh, fully loaded.
Yo, that car looks
Fully
so
loaded is
crazy,
crazy.
bro.
Oh, no, I'm still on Discord, bro.
You said what?
Hmm.
You said what?
No, I don't know. I was talking to my shorty, to my girl. I'm gonna hop off of here and go to bed, man.
Alright, brother.
Although my eyes so heavy. Alright, bro. It's gonna hit you, man. Hit me tomorrow, B. You ain't coming. You ain't going in tomorrow.
I might. I don't know. I might go in
I think it's
for like 10 minutes and then leave.
go go in and go and meet her.
Nah, that's what I did today. I went in, went in the restroom break, and it took one call. It was terrible. Went in the restroom break, went on a 15-minute immediately. Um, Clocked out, sat outside for like 10 minutes, came back in, clocked in, went on another 15 minute. got another got one sale that I had to fight for 40 minutes on the phone, fight for the sale, and then after that I was like, nah, bro, I'm going home.
For long, man, we ain't even have to worry about that. Be
It's facts, facts. Stay humble. We gonna get this. Stay disciplined. Not worried about the money. Focus on good habits. And yeah, yeah.
sound like a plan to me. Be sound like a plan to me. Yeah, I'm gonna holler at you, brother. I'm gonna go in here and call it a night. Be
All right, bro. In the
all
stream.
right, Doc. Appreciate that lesson, Doc.
Of course, brother. I hope you learned some good things.
Man, I'm learning all types of things, bro. It's unbelievable.
Let's go.
Unbelievable, man. Right, broski.
All right, bro.